So this is a recording to demonstrate the problems that I'm having with the Mi 4K drone and getting it to work well or behave well with the iPhone 6. So first of all, we need to turn on the controller, then we'll turn on the drone. Let those do their thing. Now I've got this connected to the dongle this time because that's the only way that I can get the iPhone to work with this, and I'll demonstrate trying to connect it with a cable, USB cable later on. First thing I'm going to do is go to Settings, Wi-Fi. It's going to locate the Mi Wi-Fi connection, and you can see, I hope that that's connecting. Now it's checked, meaning that it's connected. Go back and fire up the Mi drone app. We're going to go to Settings. It's already connected, but it's telling me that it needs a firmware update, so I'll click on that. You can see it's the 4K RC relay that it's asking to update. So I'm going to push the update button, and you'll see it goes up to 50%, and then it's going to stay there. It's very slow. The line at the bottom is indicating the progress, but you can see it's stuck at 50%, and eventually it's going to tell me that the update failed. It doesn't really matter how I do this or the order that I turn the controller or the drone on or my phone. Hopefully it'll show this sometime soon so that you can see the failure here. But you can see that it's stuck on 50%. And in a couple of minutes, probably it will, and there it says, update failed. So we go reconnect, and I have to do this again. Next, connecting, connects pretty fast, and then it does this. This time we will ignore it, and then I'm able to operate the drone this way, but I can't do it connecting the cable. So that's the next thing I'm going to demonstrate here is, and I'll just stop this video and start again. Okay, so now we're going to attempt to connect the iPhone 6 to the controller using the USB cable. And first thing I'm going to do is turn this on, because I didn't do it quite right. All right, and then we'll turn the drone on. Then we'll plug the USB cable into iPhone. I'm going to tell it to trust this connection. See if we can zoom this in a little bit here. All right, launch the the app. And we push next. Then instead of Wi-Fi, I'm going to go to USB Connect. That means that I have to go back and to settings. Back up a little bit here. It's telling me that I need to set my personal hotspot. It is already on, as you can see, and then I get out of that. And launch the MeDrone app again. Oops, upside down. And then it says, checking connection. That line moves much faster when I'm connected to Wi-Fi. And then, as you can see, it tells me failed to connect to phone in RC. So I've tried this any number of combinations of ways. I always get the same response. I'm not alone. I've seen this many times on other videos and on the forum online. So I've tried this in all different combinations. Nothing works. I always get the failed connection when I try to connect with USB. I've also tried a number of different cables, thinking that maybe one of the cables is faulty. Always the same result. And I have to say that it's very disappointing to me that I've had such a hard time getting any help with this problem. And I don't know what's causing the problem, but nobody seems to be able to tell me. I've contacted support at Xiaomi. They simply tell me that this particular drone is not been marketed in the United States, although here I am in the United States with it. And so therefore they can't answer my question. I then contacted support at FEMI, I guess that's how it's pronounced, FEMI.com. I got the same answer that I have to get support through the seller. So I contacted Banggood. They are the ones that insisted that they have this video in order to prove that I have an issue, even though there are plenty of other examples of this. And then they will contact FEMI and get an answer from them, if there in fact is one. I think this is just lousy support service. And if I'd known that I was going to have so much difficulty and have to have so many hours resolving these issues, I probably would not have bought this drone. You know, what good is a machine if you can't get help doing it, fixing it when it's got problems? So I'll close this video now and hope that through Banggood that I can get some answers. But anyway, this has been very disappointing experience for me. I like the drone. I've only flown it once, but it seems to work pretty well with the dongle connected to my iPhone. I do not have or know anybody that has an Android phone, which is the solution that has been suggested. So I can't update the firmware with an Android phone. It ought to work with an iPhone. So I hope that eventually I'll get some answers and this will work. Otherwise, I'm sending this back. Thanks for listening.